Yo, welcome, welcome, welcome. My goodness, boy, I should work for internal affairs or something. I mean, really, I really should work for IA, but it's really not. It's not like we telling you something we don't know. It's just that we've seen this show before. It did not take a rocket scientist to figure out that Shannon Sharpe was going to be sued again. Once you settled that lawsuit, it's just the same thing just happened to Diddy. As soon as he settled with Cassie, here comes some chick. Oh, he made me take my toe and stick it in my vagina. You know, you had all kind of crazy nonsense coming out. What's up, Nikki, New York? I'm telling you, man, it is crazy over here. And this is why everybody over here is doing what they're doing because it's nasty work. It's nasty work what they doing. Yeah. So now Shannon Sharpe is getting hit with a $20 million lawsuit. And for what? What has Shannon Sharpe done that would make anybody in this world say, you know what? Maybe we should hit this guy up for another lawsuit. They never do. See, this is the thing that gets me is that people never really get the gist of what's going on. Hmm. Now, a lot of people believe like what we believe that the girl that was there was pretty much an agent that was placed there to set up Shannon Sharpe. I told y'all this, but a lot of people think people are slow or crazy and all that. No, this is that real spill, the stuff that go right to your chest and that everybody seem to ignore. This is real talk. See, here's the situation at hand so that everybody will know exactly what it is that we're talking about. Listen, now when I start seeing people do things out of character, right? I would say, hey, let me call that out because that don't seem right. Shannon Sharpe being targeted, no matter if he brought it up on himself, they knew what he liked. They catered to his ego. When they tried to get me for the coat, what happened? They sent some chick over there trying to pawn her off on me to suck me into their coat. And I'm like, nah, this ain't for me, dog. No, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And they told my boy, like, look, you're gonna have to stop dealing with him. He ain't going for the brainwash. So when you start to play and you say, oh, okay. Hmm. Now, Shannon Sharpe is being sued in a ridiculous lawsuit for $20 million by a woman who he spoke about with Chad Ochocinco. He got Ocho sucked into this. The Nightcap Podcast, Shannon Sharpe, and Ochocinco. So Shay Media is also being sued. Now, she said it's defamation after the video of her went viral of her at the Usher concert. Jamalita Tillman went viral after she says Shannon Sharpe claimed on his podcast she was married despite her being single. This woman claims that Shannon Sharpe knowingly propagated a false narrative about her marital status. She explained on April the 2nd, 2025, she participated in a fan engagement moment at a Usher Raymond concert where she interacted with Usher and a selected audience member, right? After fans noted the intensity between Tillman and Usher in the fun moment, following that event, she claims that all of these things were disseminatedly false. And the Sun says these defamatory statements suggest that I was married and that my husband was filing for a divorce due to my participation in this audience experience. I am not married, nor am I currently going through a divorce. She went on to explain, I was not married at the time of the fan participation moment at the Usher concert. The defendant's false narratives, is what she's saying, were shared widely across their platforms, reaching millions of followers. Viral spread of refutation efforts, despite clear and public reputation of damage of this false narrative. This woman, who is a global director for the Harold Washington Cultural Center, said she even went on national media shows to refute the allegations from the ESPN First Take star, who's not a former ESPN First Take star, that she was a married woman. Despite what she alleged, they continue to post defamatory content across their social media platforms and made numerous efforts to contact the defendant's requests to remove this false narrative. But these requests were disregarded. Now she added that these false statements have caused significant harm to her character and reputation. Now, I don't know what character or reputation she had before this happened, but this don't look good. She further argued that they continued this false statements after publicly clarifying her marital status demonstrates a reckless disregard for the truth. Tillman further alleges is that the ongoing misinformation has resulted in emotional distress for the plaintiff. It damaged her representation. Her reputation is damaged. Shannon Sharpe couldn't fight those claims. He knew it. He was going to lose that. He had no choice but to settle. But his being cheap put him in this situation. He could have closed that deal a long time ago, but he was too dumb. He fell into the honey trap. Now, as all of this was going on about the emotional distress, damaging her personal and professional relationship. Now, this woman seems like somebody I know. She looks very familiar. Then someone says she's from Chicago. I was like, oh. I don't want to dig too much because I might find out who she is because she looks like someone I know. So I don't know. I don't know her name being this because I always knew her nickname. So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, I knew her nickname, but is that her real name? Who knows? Well, we'll find out. Probably later on. But as of right now and where it stands, we're seeing it on a scale that it never has been at before. Because the rabbit hole is going to get a little deeper here. Now, she homeschooled her daughter and received her doctorate while she was a teenager. And now she wants $20 million for the damages. She wants 20 million for the damages. Uh, Everybody's reached out for Shannon Sharpe's legal team to have a response to it. And Tillman says she's been in communication with the legal team of Shay Media, who is also representing Shannon Sharpe. They're looking to resolve this matter quickly and will probably have more to share upon their next conversation. Now, this lawsuit comes at the heels of the news ESPN fired him this week after he settled another expensive lawsuit earlier this month. So now, Shannon Sharpe is basically in a situation where this is it for him. And this is how it's going to play out, and unfortunately for Shannon Sharpe, things are just going from bad to worse. And he just no way he can get out of it. He's in a cycle he can't get out of. I mean, it's a bad situation turned worse because this is on the heels of that lawsuit and the settling and him just being fired. So Shay Media and their legal team is in contact with her and will be settled. And I got more things to let people know. As he has not secured the $100 million podcast deal that he was supposed to be receiving. He still haven't gotten that yet. What they're looking to go into now is the fact that Shannon Sharpe is Shay better file for bankruptcy. I don't think he can at this point. I just think that there's more lawsuits coming. They're gonna be anybody he bumped into, anybody he fell into. They're gonna be like, "Oh, this man's giving up the bag, girl. Let's get that bag, girl. Shannon Sharpe got that bag. Where that big orange bag you had when you had on that green Incredible Hulk suit? I want that orange bag. Oh, you can't have my bag. That's my purse. Nah. You can go ahead and a little bit of money here. Here, $5,000. $5,000. Now you didn't give them girls $1 million. You gonna give me $5,000? Look, that's all I'm gonna give you. I can get you some lashes. Yeah, I'll get you some lashes. But here, $5,000. You gonna get. That is about all I'm gonna get. Now you cheap. You didn't gave that little scarlet white girl all that doggone millions of dollars. Shoot, you can't give me $1 million. $1 million. Shoot, I give you $1 million reasons why you better get out my face. You know how much money I just had to pay out. Shoot, and they didn't extorted me. All because I want to do a little role play. And they gonna do this to me. Shannon, she's 19. You like 50,000 years old. What do you expect? This is what I'm saying. This dude is sitting over here acting like it's a surprise. Like, how could she do this to me? How did you do this to yourself? You have self-imploded, son. I'm just saying it was consensual. She lied. She tried to say I all, but she gonna lie. She 20 something, 21, 22. Of course, nothing should be in his name. But he can't, there's nothing he could do about it. He didn't listen to anybody that came up there. Everybody tried to warn him. Everybody tried to talk sense into Shannon Sharpe. He didn't want to hear it, remember? He didn't want to hear it. He came in there high and mighty. He over there lifting weight. Ooh, look at her. She looking at me, boy. She looking at me. Yeah, you see how I'm hitting him? Yeah, he do 50. Now, I normally do the 100, but I'm just warming up to 50. You don't think I hit them 100s too? Watch it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm shattered. Oh, you just big and strong and so black. Oh my gosh, I just wish I could just have you. You're like a little chocolate drop. Yeah, that's what they say about me. Oh, Uncle Shay, boy. Big old chocolate drop. But hey, melt in your mouth, not in your hand. Oh, I think we should hook up. You got Instagram? Oh, I damn sure do. Yeah, I got the Instagram. You give you my phone number. Here where I live. Here's everything. Yeah, buddy. We can get this cracking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, turn around and show me those buns. Buns of steel. Yeah, I'm gonna be your person, trainer. Ooh, you gonna whip me into shape, Big Daddy? Oh, oh, you know I am. How old are you? 19. All right. That means I can get in between. You just can't drink. Can't give you none of this little pointy I got right here. This my liquor right here. Yeah, that's that Uncle Shay liquor. Yeah, you ain't ready for that little pointy. But when you get 21, though, I'm gonna pour you a glass. Now, you coming over tonight? Now, I want to do a little role play, make it exciting. Okay, now you the slave master dog, and I'm the new book he just brought in. He was like, hang on here. My name is Tim Buck. Tim Buck? Tim Buck, is that you? Tim Buck, you tried to run away bad, Tim Buck. Yeah, I was bad. I think I need to be punished. Oh my gosh, what I'm gonna do with you, Tim Buck? Yeah, I don't know. I've been bad. I'm gonna take you into the barn and I'm gonna work you. I'm gonna work you, Tim Buck. Oh, baby. Come on, missy. You can come on and work me now, missy. Oh my God, boy, I tell you. Shannon Tim Buck Sharpe. Missy? Oh God, missy. Don't kiss me there, missy. Oh boy, it's like uncooked bacon on the side of my face. I can't take it. Feel like some uncooked greasy bacon is all on my neck. Going down. Hey, I'm telling you, And this dude fell right into the honey trap. They knew it. She was just building up all of this for 2 years. So when they built this up for 2 years, you know what was going on while they was building this up? They sitting over there talking about all her legal terms that she was using on the phone. You should have known right then and there you were being set up. You didn't get that? Because he got drunk off the Unc character. When they started calling him Unc, he went from being Shannon Sharpe to Unc, Uncle Shay. Once he started becoming Uncle Shay, old mule tongue came up in there. Yep, because my granddaddy told me. He said, Shannon boy, or he said, look, grass might be greener on the other side, but somebody still got to cut it. Now look. Now Shannon is sitting over here feeling bad now because of what happened with his brother. He feels real bad. He feels real bad about what happened to his brother. And the fact his brother's going into the hall and he got to deal with that now. That he's embarrassed himself and overshadowing the fact that the two brothers were going into the Hall of Fame. He has made all of that disappear. Listen to Shannon.
It started, obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN.
Man. So in today's video, we got to talk about Shannon Sharpe calling out ESPN. Man.
Returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week. And really, the only thing that I really ask is like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this, I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me when I was at ESPN and every place that I've been, be it Club Shay, Nightcap, Undisputed, ESPN. Thank you guys for your support. Now,
so that's Shannon Sharpe.
Now, that was Shay. Uncle Shay doing what he do. Shaying around. Now, here's what people need to understand about the situation in it. Shannon Sharpe it is not ESPN's job. Okay? It is not their job to go on your timetable on when they gonna fire your ass. You got some nerve. After all the damage you didn't cause, you gonna sit there and tell them when they should fire your ass? Hey, can you make sure you find me at Monday? Make it about 4:00. Can you make that announcement on Monday about 4:00 that y'all letting me go? Can you make that like the determining factor that at like 8:00? Yeah, that worked for me. My brother, he going in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. You think they give a rat's ass about that? They mad as hell. They got to do it, one, because you was bringing them ratings, and they mad as hell. They got to let you go. But this is a Disney call. Plus, it's a timing situation. The NFL is coming up. The preseason is starting. They cannot have you in the way. Don't you get it? They can't have this over the head. They're going to be, where's Shannon Sharpe? Where's Shannon Sharpe? They got to cover this. The season getting ready to start soon. And yes, my fantasy football league is coming up. We had a first-time member who joined and won his first time. I know, boy, I tell you. Rookie come out of nowhere and win. I'm like, ain't this something? All because my team get broken up by injury. All that draft. Right, grind time. Hey. He blew it early. Of course. He might have to settle with this one. Who knows? Even though I think this is a ridiculous lawsuit. Absolutely. But like I said, that's what they're reporting, and that's what they're putting out, and that's how it's going out to the public. But if you look at it right now, Shannon Sharpe is going to be faced with a lot of lawsuits. Word around the campfires that he has a NDA signed with Hollywood, so Hollywood can't divulge anything about their life. He should tell them to kick rock. Well, when you're in the situation he was in, faced with all these endorsements, and now DraftKings just came back. A lot of these people didn't want to put their logo on there. So now he's got to find out what he's going to do now. Boost Mobile is not back. So we'll see what happens with the rest of his endorsements. But still, he still got two platforms that's worth about $100 million apiece in evaluation. Seriously, Club Shay is worth about 170 in an evaluation. Nightcap, that's worth about 30 million to 40 million more. Probably more. I haven't checked the latest numbers, but that's what I'm trying to tell people, man. Like, y'all don't really understand. There is some serious money on the table here. There are going to be more civil lawsuits coming Shannon Sharpe's way. Believe me. Other lawyers are looking like this. Like all these other ambulance chasing lawyers out here that you saw was coming after Diddy, all lining up. They all coming. It's like, this ain't the snow bunny trying to hit him. This is a black. Hey, I know this. The black lady is coming at him. And she might only get $1,500. They might throw her stuff out, but they might settle with her and make it try to go away. But how many more millions do Shannon got to keep throwing around? See, some of these people forgetting you got to let Shannon get the bag first. Y'all coming in for all these lawsuits. You got to make sure he get the bag first. They don't get it. Now, why do some people keep saying to me, oh, you screwed this up. Oh, you messed this up. This ain't the way it's supposed to go. Oh, you did it this way. You did it wrong. You did this wrong. You did that wrong. I'm like, really? I did it wrong? When y'all gonna do it right? Shannon Sharpe used to be your friend. Matter of fact, Shannon Sharpe was never my friend. I just knew he was good for the job that they presented him with on Undisputed. Y'all didn't even know Shannon Sharpe like that until Undisputed. I already did. Because I remember Shannon when he was playing football and his post-game interview. He took over the whole Super Bowl. He was the class clown. And he was taking all of everybody, man. He was the life of the party. You know how somebody is not on your level? You ever seen somebody that's completely not on your level? This is what we mean by somebody not being completely on your level. Shannon Sharpe has definitely, yep, that's what everybody knew. Eugene Robinson and Ray Buchanan. And Ray Buchanan knocked Shannon Sharpe out of the Super Bowl after he caught a touchdown in the end zone. He knocked Shannon Sharpe. That's why Shannon Sharpe got that one broke leg now. That's courtesy of Ray Buchanan. So that roasting, he got that touchdown, but he, knocked him out of the Super Bowl. He took his leg out. But Shannon held on to the ball. He ain't let that ball go. But yeah, his knee was done. Now, Carcino, the only person who knew Shannon as a black person. No, you didn't. Right. You knew him as a football player. You didn't know him as a mouth who could talk. He was the merc with the mouth. Shannon was good at capping and playing games. This is why he always killed me about the professionalism. That these players need to be professional. He was the one putting up locker rooms in the training camps, putting stuff up against the doors, locking players into the rooms. That was him. He was the goofball. They came after Pat McAfee. A woman came after him, so Pat McAfee got sued too. They just don't, it ain't televised like this. Man, these women are all running up with stories, and some of these lawyers are trying to implant stories into women's minds. Stuff that never happened to help them get a bag. Saying, well, I met Shannon Sharpe. Oh, you met him before? Did he ever like touch you? Because if he did that, that could be, that could be sexual harassment. He don't have to say anything. Did he touch you like that? Oh well, yeah, we can write that down. Sexual harassment. That's aggressive. That's an aggressive move. Let me see. Did he ever like yell at you or something? Okay, well that's a threat. That's a threat. Threat. No, we got threat. Physical intimidation. He got muscles. He's got those big old arms. That's physical intimidation. They're gonna do everything that lawyers are going to do. They have no concern about anybody's well-being. That's why I look at them like the way they do. They will come after you any way they can. That's why I had to document every single thing when this girl had passed out. That time in my crib, I was, oh no, bro. Mm-mm. Y'all ain't getting me like this. White girl pass out at my house? Hell to the no. I'm documenting all this. You better come get her safely about my crib. She was like, thank you for saving me. You did such a good job. I'm like, no problem. Here you go. Come get her. Oh, yeah. They came by watching the UFC fight at my house and brought back a girl that worked there. She was a bartender or whatever. She way too drunk. I go to the bathroom. Everybody cleaning out. The fight over. I go to the bathroom. I come out. Everybody down there gone. They in their cars pulling off, and this girl is passed out on the floor in my crib. Like, hey, we left her for you. Left her for me. I don't know her. She came with y'all. She supposed to leave with y'all. I don't want her. You trying to get me a case? No, sir. We documenting all of this. Right. To be like, oh, he gave me some water. He gave me something that made my head spin. Oh, no, I didn't. Nope. Well, I had everything documented. Like, I'm staying 25 feet away from you. And you up out of here ASAP. Exactly. She thanked me too. Like, she was like, most guys would have just took advantage of me. I'm like, well, I'm not trying to go to jail. You are white. I am black. No way am I gonna take advantage of a passed out woman. One that is just that's more work than need be. There is way more work, and I don't know how anybody can enjoy somebody just laying there like a rug. Right. I'm like, y'all ain't finna Shannon Sharpe me. You better get up. You better get up earlier than that, buddy. You ain't catching me in that kind of trap. No way. Nah, I'm always on point with stuff like that. I don't want to bump into them, nothing. I'll be, hey, make sure everybody's in compliance. Everybody's coming with some type of victim story. Now it's just everybody's a victim. They just make stuff up. You got dudes out here. Yeah, man. He touched my booty when I bent over. I was trying on some new shoes at the shoe palace. He slapped me on my butt and squeezed my cheek. I'd be like, dog, y'all don't even care. I'm like, do you hear how y'all sound? You would want yourself to be viewed as that just for some money? Like, y'all have no integrity. I'm like, why would you make up an egregious lie like that? They don't care no more. All they do is they want the bag. You got Terrence Howard out here.
Well, see, because I was, Puffy, he wanted me to teach him how to act. So I was trying to teach him how to act. And he was kind of looking at me kind of funny. He wasn't even saying nothing. He was just looking at me. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I think dude will want to get up with me or something. I don't know. I'm like, dude, do you know how ridiculous you sound right now as a man? And then he got mad at me. Fair use don't protect you. And I don't know if you're familiar with lawsuits, but the, that act don't protect you, man. Hey, man, that First Amendment Act, it doesn't prepare. It can't protect you against slander. If anybody said that I gave up my cheek to anybody, you gonna have to deal with me in the court of law. I'll be like, even the dude you gave your cheeks up to, is he gonna be there too? It's these reality shows, dude. And it's people like Shannon Sharpe. Now, here's the thing about Shannon Sharpe. He treated his baby mamas like dirt. He got a charge for throwing his baby mama out of the house, physically picking her up and putting her outside the house, the black woman, and then closed the door on her while she trying to bang on the door to get in. She dropped the charges against Shannon, but still, he physically removed her out of the home, picked her up, put her outside the door, closed the door on her, locked her out. The mother of his child. Now, the matter was resolved after the cops was called and they went to court and she didn't show up or whatever. The case got dismissed. Shannon was saved. Now, look it up. This is real talk. So when they start bringing these issues up, you start learning about these teachable moments. You start learning how deep the rabbit hole really goes. Now, when you look at this situation, you got to start to ask yourself a couple of questions. You got to start asking yourself, how involved are you in this situation? You got to start to ask yourself, how is this going to play in to what it is that you like doing and what somebody else like doing? You got to start asking yourself, how is this going to play in to every single thing that you've been talking about when it came to Shannon Sharpe? Seriously, I'm serious. Because this just another girl he was dating. Is all his former girlfriends are all coming to the table now. Shannon Sharpe is going to continue to be sued.
And the reason why he's going to do that is I told you why. The same thing Diddy was. These people want to be victims. Now, if anybody in their right mind or their wrong mind if they start coming out with all of these accusations about people, what do you think they're going to do? Seriously. The whole thing is crazy. It's only going to get worse. It ain't going to get no better. Seriously, how is it going to get better if it continuously is worse? Nothing's picked up. Everybody can look through the scope of the lens and say something's wrong here. It's easy to do. They're not. Look, I'm telling you, it's not what you think. Everything that's been presented to you, Shannon Sharpe has done all of it to himself. And remember, he's got the crazy ex-girlfriend that he used to mess with back in the day. She's suing him too. Now the judge is probably gonna throw her crazy lawsuit. The judge is probably gonna throw her crazy lawsuit right out, all because she's nuts. And when you're nuts, it's only so far you can go with crazy. I'm done. Easy legal thing going on where she claims Shannon did all these things to her. Okay, her case was dismissed or whatever they want to call it. But this is not the Michelle that was in the video where he's saying, "Oh, my Michelle, oh, that's my Michelle." Now, Michelle, this Michelle, is now suing Shannon Sharpe for $14 million. She won $14 million out of Shannon. Here's the thing that I don't get from these people. If you messing up this man's job, how is he gonna pay you the money? Exactly. And I keep saying that if you keep suing the man, he's losing jobs. How do you expect to get money out of him? If you keep messing up the man's money, how is he gonna get money? Now, the majority of his lawsuits have been white women. And because of it, because of that fact, because of those issues, that was brought to the forefront. Everybody who's seen it in the past is now looking at it like, oh, okay, I get it now. I get it. I understand now. I now understand what this is about. This woman says, oh, now all these things are coming up about him. I've been said it about him. Now, this is Shannon Sharpe's statement. These statements are false, defamatory, and malicious, and were made with actual malice and reckless disregard for the truth. They were disseminated to the wide public audience through major media outlets and social media platforms. So they was talking about all this stuff she was saying, and they want to talk about the plaintiff, Michelle Evans, by name. This was in April, saying that it's been widely publicized that she is obsessed with Shannon Sharpe and that she continues to do this. This is why I would never want to be famous. This is the main reason I wouldn't want to be famous. The fame, you can have it. What's up, Jersey Yay? Oh, they served Russ while he was over there. Russ knew what time it was. Well, it didn't matter, but he tried to act like it didn't matter. He tried to act like I'm the big bad Shannon Sharpe and don't nobody understand and nothing I'm doing and all of this. And it just didn't make a lot of sense. It really did. But as I tried to tell y'all a long time ago, this was what was going to come up. All the stuff that you did in the dirt is going to come back to light, Shannon Sharpe. All of it. They have no sympathy for you. You are not special. I know that because they didn't give you some pats on the head, you think you that guy. Leaving Skip Bayless was the worst thing that ever happened to him. Oh, yeah, no. Yes and no. When you go down this road, when you go down this road, there's so much wrong that's going on. If other people are engaged in it and don't even understand the reasons of why they're engaged in it. Words only get disrespectful when people get out of line. When people cross lines, that's when it gets disrespectful. Well, 1 minute people are cool with you, the next minute they're not. I'm telling you, he started with Mike Epps, who was just making some fun at his expense. He got real sensitive with it, and then that led to something. They had to squash, and it just kept going and going and going. And it was like, man, state what it truly is. That's all they got to do. They make it worse than what it really is. All you got to do is state what it truly is and move on. Antonio Brown came after Shannon Sharpe. Everybody started to start coming after him. See, nobody likes a guy that act like he sits on the throne and judges everybody. If you act like you sit on the throne so high and look down upon others, there's going to be no mercy for you when it's all said and done. None. No, not the case. Not at all, sir. Shannon, he put that work in. Well, he had no choice. What else was he gonna do? He's a living, breathing reason why a lot of these things have gone left. So a lot of this stuff is at the feet of Shannon Sharpe. What's up, Mac Mizzle? He bonded out yesterday for $50,000. Man, he bonded out yesterday for $50,000, and he's got to go to court. Well, when you have a situation that goes left, you know, right? It don't usually go your way in those moments. When you used to be that guy, when you used to be the one, things were different. They were on a different keel. Now you're seeing a lot of things play out that shouldn't. And because of it, yeah, I feel that too, but you gotta understand something. There are a lot of people in this industry that just don't get it. when they get figured out, it's all over. Shaquille O'Neal, they thought Shaq trapped him with the white girl. That was just them making up stuff. No, he didn't do that. These were warning signs that was given to him, and it didn't happen. So because it didn't happen that way, a lot of people were like shocked. You know, Shannon just couldn't believe everybody was coming at him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right before he was fired, he made a case to go after Shannon Sharpe. Kwame Brown, which was a terrible decision by Shannon Sharpe. If you're gonna go after anybody, it is not a good idea to go after Kwame Brown. Because Kwame Brown would definitely be taking you far by himself with no help from anybody else, not needed. Oh, the Cat Williams interview, that did it. That once that put him into the spotlight on that scale, yeah, that was it. Brandon Marshall came for Shannon Sharpe. All of them start coming. Mm-hmm. Well, Shannon Sharpe went in on the Grizzlies, which was a mistake. Uh, and right after that, it seems like after the Grizzly game, it all went left. Right after the Grizzly game, he got into it with Ed down there at the college. He had to correct him. Then John Morant situation happened. His home got burglarized. And then the worst thing ever happened to him in life. He flashed with me and stepped into the black hole. Once he stepped into the black hole, it was all over. Shannon Sharpe. It was all over. He stepped into the black hole. And once he stepped into the black hole, that was it. There was nothing for Shannon Sharpe to do, nowhere for him to run or hide. Shannon Sharpe was done.
Now, a lot of you didn't understand what was going on back in the days when Shannon Sharpe was actually playing football. Most of y'all probably wasn't even born.
Facts. Big facts.
Not even born. So you wouldn't possibly know what it was like or how Shannon was, his attitude, the whole nine. Somebody's like, I'm 53, I know.
Do you really?
He said Ray Lewis and Ed Reed are both smiling right now. Now, that's probably true. But Shannon Sharpe was one of those guys, y'all. He was one of those special tight ends that could have been wide receiver. He really was. He was dedicated to the game. Look at him. He was in shape, hanging out with the boys. Shannon was one of the guys. Always in shape, immaculate condition. Shannon Sharpe was a staple and one of the best tight ends to ever play the game at that time. They've never seen anybody, even though he played with a Hall of Fame quarterback. You can't take that away from the man. He did his job. Yes, I do remember Ray Buchanan and what went on, and Ray took his leg out in the Super Bowl. Shannon held on to the ball, but he definitely paid with that one. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. So while this happened last night, we decided to go live and speak on a few issues that had arisen, right? On One Crack News and everything else, right? We went live. We told the whole world what was happening. And while we told the whole world what was happening, we also played the clip from Shannon Sharpe, right? Who has LeBron James bed sheets on his bed. We showed the whole world who he was, right? This is what they got mad about yesterday.
See, that's what they was mad about. We showed him. Don't it say, be honest? Is this too much? And he got LeBron James bed sheets and pillowcase on his bed. So as you see, we were keeping it light. We were keeping this real light. Right? So Fox Interactive Media got wind of this and decided to intervene in our video. But just so you guys could see it and you can know what it is. Then we showed this is what happened with another man, Shannon Sharpe, and the girl he wanted. He paid for the divorce, and his friend, former NLB baseball player, ended up getting the girl and getting her pregnant. And they have a baby together now. After she spent all these years with Shannon Sharpe, and he spent all that money, to get her a divorce so he could be with her. She left him and cheated on Shannon Sharpe with the Major League Baseball player. I ain't making that up. Yo Becky left you the same way she was cheating on her husband with you. You wanted Becky, but the tadpoles wasn't swimming. So she had to go elsewhere. She wanted a baby. And all that creatine, muscle milk, and all those GNC products you got floating around in your body, them tadpoles wasn't swimming. Then it even got worse for him. Listen.
Dating this chick right here, and she was married, but she was getting a divorce. I knew I wanted her. I said, you know what? I'll pay for the divorce because I believe she was the one. I was dating this chick right here, and she was married, but she was getting a divorce. I knew I wanted her. I said, you know what? I'll pay for the divorce because I believe she was the one. That's what I did. I said, why you arguing about this? He wouldn't sign the papers. I said, why you arguing about this little bit of money? I gave her the money, filed the divorce because I believe. Because I believe. And he believed. Why are we arguing about this little bit of money right here? I believe. If that ain't the Steve Harvey move of the year, you've been hanging around Steve Harvey too goddamn long. You paid all that money, and what did he do for you? Like this dude says right here, you are what they call a munch. He says, Sino, this is what we call a munch, bruh. Well, I meant they called a munch. And Shannon Sharpe, you are a munch. Rest in peace, DT. Oh, yeah, we got to hit the like button. Hit the like button so they can know y'all real up in here. Because we on the surface right now. We just getting y'all caught up to date. So we finna get cooking. Because this finna be it. Ain't no bouncing up from this.
this, that either. Now, as you see, we kept this thing real light. So that's where we were at with the situation. Sipping at his fine. What is a munch? Shannon Sharpe is a munch. Wherever he was from, a munch seemed to be the right word to go with it. A munch, it fits. Now, we already know the case he went through with the Becky, the woman that tried to sexually accuse him of sexual harassment. We already know about that. Shannon Sharpe was 100% innocent. The woman was crazy, but it still cost him his job at CBS as an analyst. We had Shannon Sharpe's back through all of that because we knew Shannon Sharpe wouldn't have did anything like that. And I knew this was a lie, and they investigated and knew it was a lie immediately, but still it looked bad in the press. His only crime was that he dated white women, and other powerful white men did not like that. And that ended up coming to bite him in the end. But there was a darker, quieter thing taking place. Now, on the show, because I told you, I watched Undisputed all the way through, right? All the way through. In every episode, this man would mention a certain person over and over and over again. Without a doubt. Every time you turn around, he's mentioning this person. And there she was, Nicole Murphy. He was thirsting for Nicole Murphy every day. Talking about, oh, you could be as fine as Nicole Murphy. Nicole Murphy. Nicole Murphy. Now, anybody here who watch Undisputed, you remember this. He would bring her name up in conversations that had nothing to do with anything. He brought Nicole Murphy's name up all the time on the show. Right? So everybody's like, man, I'm trying to get with Nicole, boy. Woo-wee. That was his thing. He was thirsting for her on the show. It was sick to watch. The way he was thirsting for her. Seriously. It had become a sick thing to watch. Because it wouldn't even make sense. So I'm thinking maybe he gonna bring her on Undisputed. Out Nicole Murphy over and over again. But the thing is, they worked out together. And he was getting popularity by mentioning her name and keeping her name out there. So there he is. They like, you finally got to meet Nicole Murphy. But no, he already knew Nicole Murphy. They worked out at the same gym. She's doing her Pilates yoga class. In case you guys don't know who Nicole Murphy is, that is the former ex-wife of Eddie Murphy, who got all those kids by Eddie. What's up, KB? Yeah. Now, he was thirsting over that woman, right? Now, let's get into, Nicole Murphy and Eddie Murphy. All those years, all those kids. You've seen this woman with Eddie all over the place. My girl likes to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Yeah, Eddie and Nicole, boy, they got all them kids, boy, good Lord. He built a whole village with Nicole. Nicole, beautiful model. Don't say much. Anybody know Nicole Murphy? Nicole Murphy don't speak much. She don't open her mouth. But do you know the rumors that surrounds Eddie Murphy? There's been tons of rumors of Eddie Murphy involved with other people who pee standing up. Got busted with one and a sting and an arrest where he said he was just helping somebody get home. Which led to that person who was telling their story to the Star Magazine and Inquirer decide to go to a roof and fall off of it. Yeah, that really truly happened, people. The things you don't know in Hollywood. Right? So after her and Eddie Murphy split, she immediately attached herself to another high-profile person, a former NFL player who had just went through a terrible divorce, amidst other rumors. Michael Strahan, whose ex-wife said he was sleeping with his college roommate and that he was bisexual. She stated all this in the divorce. They had a very nasty divorce. And they got like 4 kids together. He said, my wife is crazy, my ex-wife is crazy, and all this. And who does he end up with? Nicole Murphy. You see, there's some of these models that know how to be with these type of men. They're like the professional beard. Now, they're not together anymore. I guess the contract ran out. But this is when my alarm went off. I ain't gonna tell you about Michael Strahan. You just go and Google Michael Strahan and his first wife and what she said. That's all I got to tell you about that. What's up, Dow G? That's all I got to tell you about that. Now you got to say, well, what all this got to do? Birds of a feather seem to flock together, don't they? Now, I don't know if you remember Kerry Rhodes. Probably don't. Kerry Rhodes is a football player. Played in the NFL. And he went on TV and claimed he was a straight man, and he was going through all of these things and was like, forget the rumors, I am a straight man. I am not gay, which upset his gay lover. It upset his gay lover. Oh boy, did it upset him. See, there's Kerry Rhodes in the bed with the gay lover who felt shunned when he went public saying that he was not a gay man. His lover was very hurt that he did this and told everything. And was like, we were in a relationship for years. That's his gay lover, who's openly gay. This person don't hide that he's gay, but said, I was in a relationship for years with this man. Kerry wrote. Kerry still denies it to this day, but the evidence and the photos look very sus. Trust me. And if you've seen Kerry Rhodes, this does not look good. I think he played for the Cardinals. Now, I know what you guys are saying. What the hell does this have to do with Shannon Sharpe? Because that person you was looking at, that was with Mr. Rhodes, that guy who's openly gay, he's not hiding anything. He's proud of who he is. And it's not his fault. People is who they is.
You see? That guy right there that's hugging him, hugging Mr. Rhodes in the pool, who's a known gay man, who's a perfectly honest gay man. He didn't lie about nothing. That person right there. That person is the stylist, personal stylist of one Shannon Sharpe. I'm serious. You think I'm joking? That man styles Shannon Sharpe. Oh, when I said in the title, he stepped in the black hole, pun intended. That boy really in the black hole. So, oh, it is right. Oh, boy. You done stepped yourself in it, Shannon. I did not want to do this to you. Understand that. This was not my idea to do. I would have never said a word. This is why you got them poodles, boy. Should have had Rockwallers by the door. Why is this man with you at every Laker game? You take him everywhere. He only got one client, and that's you. He don't know a goddamn thing about basketball. And you let that man dress you. You took this man on trips, staying in the same hotel, everything. See, Fox should have left me alone. Fox should have left me alone, buddy boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know. That's what I'm saying. Club Shay. Club Gay. That's what's going on over there. That's who gave him the goddamn granny sweater. Oh no, they know what's coming. They know this was it. I told them, stand down, the black holes are coming, don't get involved. Nope, they wanted to get involved. This is the game. Remember him in the sweater when he went off on John Morant, and they was like, who is this guy that's next to him? There's that stylist. The same one that outed. He was in a relationship with Carrie Rose.
He changed his name to the Hollywood Muggler on IG. I told you, buddy, this is a big thing. Everybody is waking up to this. Some people already know. But the main world didn't know, and I wasn't going to say a thing. I was going to stay quiet. I wasn't going to say a word. I just kept it going this way. But they wanted to. Oh, I had to respond to Gil. Okay. Now Gil sent me some message saying, I'm not going to respond to you no more. Have fun talking to yourself. All right, so that's just Gil crying. Now, let's look at that. What does it say there, good people? The Hollywood Muggler, personal stylist for one man, Shannon Sharpe. He got one client, and it's Shannon Sharpe. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying you put one and one together and keep putting one and one together. Personal stylist for who? For one person. He take him everywhere he go. Look at this. Everything he posts is what? That's Diddy and Jimmy Iovine, Corey and the Kardashians, Shannon, Steve Harvey, Shannon and him by the car. You would think this was Shannon Sharpe page. And look, there he go. Dressing Shannon. I got you, baby. Let me dress you. He said those are stylists can't afford courtside seats. Those are dates. He got his own Farnsworth Bentley, don't he? Hey, whatever people do, whatever floats they boat, that's on them. So if you watch Club Shay, you see what time it is. I'm saying live your truth, buddy. It's just him and his boo thing. That's all you see on this page. And this person is openly out there. So he's not hiding anything. He said, let me, please, man, let me apologize to you for now. I'm sorry for anything I did say about you. Hey, I'm just saying. Now we see why he was talking about pouring honey on people. He want to pour honey on LeBron James. He probably really want to pour some honey on LeBron James. This ain't no joke. He was really at those parties. Now, he just had a break-in. They say it's no forced entry, remember? No forced entry. That means somebody he knew was in there. Now, who did he know that was in there? Oh, 2 snaps in the circle came in there while running down the street with a blouse and some jewelry. Woo, I'm getting mine. Come on. They got a team of fruits coming in there. Dun, 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 dun. I got a key, child. Come, the jury case is over there. Oh, what's that? Let me stop. He knew who robbed him. He don't want to tell nobody. That's embarrassing. The Skittles crew came in and got me. It was a bunch of them. I know they fruity, but they really athletic. They could bend and get through the bars. Oh, geez.
Yeah, I know. What you say? Buck breaking, buck dancing, Shay, sassy Shay. He's sashaying. Hey, man. I'm just telling you what I know. And it's gonna get even more weirder. He sat down and did an interview, ladies and gentlemen, that we finna get into right now. That's right. An interview was had.
Him under the bus. You were responding to him throwing you under the bus. And let me finish this question because I think it's very important. Mm-hmm. You didn't throw him under the bus, he threw you under the bus. But right. People they were leaping onto your personality. They did not understand that it was you who actually wanted to make sure that Carrie didn't get busted. It was Carrie who mistakenly thought, well, look, I'm a masculine guy. No one's going to think that.
So this person is explaining what happened between Carrie he's put on ice. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, boy, this is not good. This is not good. Now, his stylist right here is doing an interview talking about what happened with Carrie Rose and why he went public and aired everything out. Right? So he's saying Carrie betrayed him first. He ain't snitching.
Mm-hmm. You were trying to get the mutual non-disclosure agreement signed.
So he's there interviewing with another person that's like him from that community and did not go the TMZ route.
Everybody, there were a couple people who you couldn't get the confidentiality. A couple people didn't sign, but it was you that took that initiative, and you that was telling Carrie, look, if people are taking pictures of us, we can't be so close because you. And then, ironically, exactly what you said happened, and he has the nerve to kick you under the bus. It must feel like this is a man I love. He kicked me under the bus. Like any relationship, if you're gonna diss me, fine, it's over, it's done. You know what I'm saying?
Well, just with the whole thing, like you said, we did have a team of people that worked for us in the house, and I was the person that got the lawyers to get them to sign contracts. They were not to say anything. Right now, anyone can Google carrying my pictures.
And there's hundreds of them.
There's hundreds of them. But the thing about it is, if I was trying to out him, I would have been the person laying on him. If you look at any picture, he's touching me.
So he was just really touching him. He was just feeling like he couldn't get out of it because of his masculinity. So it's that old-fashioned DL thing, and people are, as usual, people are looking at the most charismatic personality as he must be stereotypically the one outing him because he's a sissy. That's why you don't want it to be that.
Exactly.
That is that.
And it's so funny because it actually came out of nowhere. Like you said, Carrie went to TMZ. He said something first, and what he said was this. I think Harvey or someone asked him, are you gay? And he said that he was straight as an arm. So I went to say, an arm has an elbow.
It curves. I love it, girl.
No, he said he was straight as an arrow. And I said, or something, no, an arm. Right. And I said an arm has an elbow. Yeah, it was something stupid. But so that's when I said what I said. And then it's when everybody started coming to me, well, this is this. But if you look at the pictures, you can tell if I wanted to out him, I could have been hugging him. I could have been kissing him. I could have been doing a whole lot of shit, honestly. My thing is this, if I could redo the situation, I probably wouldn't date anyone that cannot be themselves.
Good for you. This is a mature,
and I'm very cool with football players today. I'm still cool with some of his homeboys that's actually closer to me than they are to him now because I am who I am, and they know who I am. They had to look at him on the side. I like,
we knew you were. Why'd you do?
I'm actually cool with some football players right now. I'm actually cool with some football players right now. That's friends with Carrie Rose. Did y'all hear that? It might have been a little too fast. Let me slow it down a little bit.
mature.
Yeah, and
strong.
I'm very cool with football players today. I'm still cool with some of his, his homeboys that's actually closer to me than they are to him now because I am who I am, and they know who I am. Now they're looking at him with the side eye like, honey.
We knew you were. Why'd you do that?
Yeah, that's still.
And you know what? Just to handle this on a relationship perspective, like anybody else who's dissed in a relationship,
right?
You were in love with this guy. If he disses you, your heart was broken. Oh, yeah, people aren't seeing this real person, and that's why I think the reality show comes in, so people can see. That's where you become a really significant role model. You have the right to be you, but you are still a human being, and the relationships, anything. If someone does this to you, you're going to be vocal about it. Don't focus on my personality.
Right. So. Oh, it's gonna get a little worse. Don't worry, this finna get a little worse. Don't. I told you this was it. This was it. Now, here we go.
Focus on the legitimately what's going on here, and you will see beyond your stereotype. And that's the point you're trying to make.
That's exactly what it is. And it's so crazy because everybody wants to know, well, if Carrie was to walk in the room, you know, what you say,
carry that.
My thing is Carrie could walk in the room today. I could say hello because hello costs me nothing, honey. So I could definitely say hello to him. I don't have a problem with him today. I think it was fucked up with what he done, but I don't have a problem with him. I don't hate him. He could call me. I probably talk to him, but we can never have a relationship because now I just don't trust you. You don't trust him.
It's like it's normal stuff. I'm so glad you just busting through the stereotype here.
Yeah,
it just sounds mature. It sounds intelligent. And you have a right to be those things. Right. You are those things, and I think that's what people will see with your reality show. But you are also, we are all a myriad of things, and you're this amazing, wonderful personality. Right. And it is not a caricature. It is a man here, sitting here, who's thoughtful and has feelings like everybody else.
Yes. I mean, what people say really does not bother me. You know, you can't come to me and say that you're a coward. And if you're saying things about me, then guess what? That tells you a lot. But you know me, I don't know you.
Exactly.
So I can tell you nothing.
That's just something we have to deal with in the game.
And this, who Shannon Sharpe flies out. This is Shannon Sharpe, Stylist. This is the man that flies everywhere, sit courtside with Shannon Sharpe at every game. He dresses Shannon Sharpe. That is what we know. This man has one client, and it's Shannon Sharpe. Flies him all anywhere Shannon go. He taking this man with him. Now, he's talking about Carrie Rhodes, who he said he had a relationship with. And he said Carrie did all this, going to TMZ and lying. Now, with all that being said, it's gonna get even worse.
Gay community anyway.
Exactly. So they pay me, honey. I don't pay them any attention. I'm actually past it. I have moved on to relationships. Okay, I'm talking to somebody else.
I'm talking to somebody else.
Ooh, we were asking about that, but I know he's a football player, y'all. So we're gonna put the let's put a real old ball.
I'm talking to somebody else right now, and the person say, I know he's a football player. And what did he say? Yes. I wonder who that football player was. Who that football player, Shannon? You know him. Talk to us, Shay Shay.
Ooh, we were asking about that, but I know he's a football player, y'all. So we're gonna put the let's put a real
past and I have moved on to relationship. Okay, I'm talking to somebody else.
I'm talking to somebody else.
Ooh, we were asking about that, but I know he's a football player, y'all. So we're gonna put the let's put a real old bow on Carrie.
He is a football player. So there it is. Your stylist said is seeing somebody else, and it's another football player. I wonder who that is. Is it the one that's flying him out, sitting him courtside?
I know, right? No. That's just bad, people. I told you when you step in the black hole, I wouldn't have done none of this if it wasn't for Fox. If Fox didn't get involved, I would have never done or released any of this. Not on this platform like this. This would have not been done. This would have probably been on my Patreon. This would have been on the Patreon. You would have not. You guys are getting Patreon material for free. So sign up to the Carcino for Life Patreon so you don't miss nothing. Because this would have been on the Patreon. But when Fox decided to do what they did, they made it personal. Now you can see we were really being a friend to that man. We were really being nice. Because all this dirt could have been left in the dark. He said they broke into his house but couldn't get into his closet because Shannon is still in it. Oh, man. That man can live his life, man. Let him live his life. He ain't the only one. There's plenty like that. We just wanted to let the people know what's already out there. Fox Interactive Media decided they wanted to get involved, mess with me and Kwame. So we said, okay, I see how they want to play. Because they embarrassed about what's going on right now with Shannon. So they want to come in, mess with people's videos, all that nonsense. So we said, okay. All right, we got you. He said, yes, I'm already a Patreon member. That's what's up, Big Hulk. Oh, you got some more info coming today on the Patreon. You're going to love that too. So this is what would have been on the Patreon. Okay, but you guys got it right here for free. Because they pissed me off. When you want to put a false claim on me, that's when I get pissed. Because I'm like, hey, man, now you doing too much. So, okay, we'll play ball then. So I put this whole thing to bed right here. Mm-hmm. No, not really. See, you got to remember something. This man said he was going to pour honey on people. Seriously, I can't make it up. Oh, that's probably too small for you to see. Let me see. I can make that any bigger. What did it say right there? I'm pouring honey on you, goat. I'm pouring honey on you, goat. It's illegal to kill a bear unless being attacked. Sound like he in love with LeBron. I mean, I'm pouring honey on you. Why would that be your first response? Dog, it's people that already know what's going on. He was doing something before 2 something. And after 2 something. That's when Club Gay kick in. He said Club Shay is before 2 something, after 2 something, Club Gay kick in. Welcome to Club Gay where we do something after 2 something. Club would be like, I'm here for Club Shay. Oh no, that's before 2 something. It's after 2 something now. Put that Yanni on. Yeah, Skip. I gotta listen to that Yanni. Woo! Boy, you ain't live till you listen to that Yanni. Woo! It all makes sense now. It's always these super neat, clean people. Right? It's always the super neat. Now, nobody is shaming him for being what he is. We just saying, you've been trying to duck and hide. You've been sticking and moving. So we just brought it all to the light. Don't blame us. Blame Fox. Fox Interactive Media for messing with me. I'm telling you, it said he didn't step in the black hole. Literally. That boy gone down the Hershey Highway. Oh boy. Say it ain't so, say it ain't so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Andrew Gilliam time. It's starting to come out more and more. People know. Dude, I'm serious. Y'all think it's a joke, like people talk, you know. This has already been, y'all think like I just came up with this, right? I know what y'all thinking, like I just dug this up out the ground. When I'm here telling you,
That is the furthest thing from the truth. The truth is even more damning. The truth is that people already know about this. Just like the whole thing with Rhodes. People knew what was going on with Kerry Rhodes and that stylist. They don't care. They in Hollywood. Now he been palling around with Shannon Sharpe for the past 7-8 years. Shannon taking him everywhere he go. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That's mainly got something to do with Shannon. That's his thing. Hey, he probably hanging out with a friend. He could be a heterosexual male and still hang out with this stylist. Maybe they just friends. But the stylist clearly said he's dating a football player. And he was in another relationship already. He done moved on. Now, you with this dude all the time. What other dude do you have time for? Because you with Shannon 24/7. Every morning, you got to style him up in his suit. Get him ready on what he going to wear. You only got one client, and it's Shannon Sharpe. He wasn't talking about Shannon. I don't know. He might not have been talking about Shannon. But who could it be? If you was dating him and your person is spending 23 hours a day around another man, and that man flying you out everywhere, I'm just saying, if it's like a duck and it's moving like a duck, quacking like a duck, you better duck. That jacket is too small. Hey man, I don't make these rules. I don't, I'm not in this world, so I'm just, hey, whatever he likes, whatever his preference is, we're not shaming him for it. We just saying, damn. I know, man. It's been that bad. He's in a zesty ship. There's gonna be an angry moose face driving in your city. Man, this Hollywood, man. All these people know about this. None of this is a surprise. None of it. None of this is a surprise. They know. This is Hollyweird. They know.
Look at this. He the one that put Shannon Sharpe in that sweater. He was there that night when he went at John Morant and all that. They probably called him out. And he jumped up to defend his friend. His plus one. I mean, damn. When I sit courtside, my plus one, don't look like he was on Glee. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, what he there for? You already dressed, so what is the stylist there for? What is the purpose of the stylist sitting courtside at the game? He don't know any plays. He ain't finna tell you what's going on in the damn game. What he gonna be looking at their booties? He gonna be telling you, I love how they grip their booty. That what you want to hear when the game going on? You want to hear that in your ear? What the hell you bringing him to the game for? What the hell you gonna get out of him being there? Ooh, that's a pin down curl. I like the sound of that. We can practice that tonight, Shannon. A pin down curl. With all your struff. Oh my God. I can't help but think about men on film every time. That's why I'm sitting there cracking up. Oh, he said, imagine if Skip brought this on the air. Oh, that's when it's over. That's when Shannon going on the other side of the he gonna bench press Skip. Oh man, I can't deal with this. Oh my goodness. So he goes on this show and says he's dating another football player. He's in a relationship with another football player. And the only football player I see him with now, since the Kerry Rhodes situation, has been Shannon Sharpe. That's all I know. I can't tell you if Shannon is doing what and how he doing what. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is those facts. That's what we know. That's gonna be the new thing on Club Shay, boy. Yo, welcome back to Club Shay on film. How'd you like that film? Hated it. Oh, come on now. Now that film wasn't bad at all. Oh, I love that film. The book club. Ooh, man, I could watch that any day. That or Magic Mike. You know I should have been in Magic Mike. You know I got the body for it. But think about it. Michael Strahan, Shannon Sharpe, Eddie Murphy. What do they have in common? All three either wanted or dated Nicole Murphy. Eddie married her. But one thing they do have in common, though, they're very neat people. Perfection. They're obsessed with perfection. When you see them, they are perfect to perfection. Everything. Hair, makeup, lined and perfect. Those people gotta be lined up perfectly. All three men were interested in the same woman. Well, what does that tell you? They know about that woman. They know this woman keeps her mouth shut, and she knows how to be with men who are dealing with the other sex. I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying most of them are that go on them both sides. You see, they're really perfectionists. Let's play marbles. I'm just saying, right? Beards. There you go. Beards. I'm just saying, we've heard the rumors. We didn't accuse him of anything. We just saying, look, tell us what's going on. Now, he don't have to tell us what's going on. Maybe that's just his buddy and just his stylist. And he like hanging out with him. That's just, hey, that can happen. What's up, Fitzroy? That sweater. Right. Hey, that stylist ain't got that money for them tickets. Somebody had to get him those tickets. And you know who got him those tickets. That look like Plies next to him. Don't put that on Plies. Plies gonna be, man, don't do that to me, man. I ain't no P Valley, man. I look over there, man. I'm watching the Laker game, man, and it looked like P Valley. I said, is that little guy trying to get with Uncle Shannon? Is this the Laker game or P Valley? Shannon Sharpe, you should audition for P Valley. You'll fit right in there. They got a guy named Uncle Cliff. He about your side. You can have a guest role on there. You and Little Murder can fight over Uncle Cliff next season. Welcome to Club Gay, where we do something after 2 something. Oh boy. Hey, I'm telling you, man. Don't blame me. Don't blame me because the info is already out in the world. I know, bro. I didn't want to believe it either. That's why you think I never said nothing. I kept everything respectful and quiet. And then Fox Interactive Media wanted to get interactive with me and Shannon Sharpe. And Kwame Brown. They wanted to do that. So I said, oh, they do? Okay. I know where to go from here. Then he talking about porn, honey. Now the Gil's talking about some, I'm just trolling. He's like, I don't care what you say about me. I'm like, what? I swear, that was just Gil. Gil just hit me up in the back room like, man, hey, man, you know I'm trolling. I don't care what you say. Shannon gonna be hanging out with Will Smith next. And look, let me see if there's a way I could. Okay. Let me see if there's a way I can get this done for y'all. In a way that y'all would understand it, man. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all better than I can tell y'all. Just give me a couple clicks. Bam! There we go. The Redeem Team. Who you see right there? Shannon Sharpe, Dwayne Wade, and Dwight Howard. Birds of a feather. I bet you look at this photo a lot differently now. I bet you look at this photo a lot differently now. Good Lord. He says nothing zestier than men on film. He probably already been in them parties. Now we know who broke in the house. Remember, it was no forced entry. This dude got a little bitty poodle. You walk around with little poodles, and you about 650. Bench pressing 3,000 pounds, and you walking around with this little bitty poodle. See, here's the thing. It was no forced entry. Here's the thing. We don't hate you. We just don't like some of the dumb that he do. Oh, yes. No, I never, see, here's the thing. I never ever said I was finna do this to Shannon Sharpe. That was never anything that was on my mind saying, oh, this is what I want to do to Shannon Sharpe. That never crossed my mind to ever do something like that to Shannon. Never. I never sat out and said, man, I'm going to destroy Shannon. Shannon Sharpe was always cool. You think we didn't know all this stuff? Dog. It became more apparent this whole year. This stuff became more apparent as the year went on. Don't forget to hit the like button, people, and subscribe to the page. If you just got here, don't forget to do that. Now, here's the thing, because most of y'all just don't know. We love the way Shannon Sharpe handled himself on the show and everything that he did. Undisputed. I was one of the first people to ever speak up on the show. Nobody was talking about it. The show hadn't even aired yet, and I was already did the truth behind First Take and Undisputed before there was ever an episode. So I did that truth behind before any episode aired. Told you what Shannon Sharpe was going to do for the show, and he lived up to it. He did his thing. So what he choose as his sexual preference doesn't really matter. But now you see why the simping comes in, right? And how the simping is just so huge that you like, damn, this is horrible. So when he was messing with women, well, he still might be, but when he was publicly, it didn't go well for him. It went rather bad. As y'all see here, this went bad. His friend, who's the baseball player, Shannon Sharpe paid all that money for that woman to get divorced so he could be with the woman. And then she cheated on him with this baseball player and got pregnant. Then Shannon Sharpe get mad at everybody on social media for saying, damn, you got played, Shannon. Now listen.
Right, Skip. And she was married, but she was getting a divorce. I knew I wanted her. I said, you know what? I'll pay for the divorce because I believe she was the one. I was once dating this chick, right, Skip, and she was married, but she was getting a divorce. I knew I wanted her. I said, you know what? I'll pay for the divorce because I believe she was the one. That's what I did. I said, why you arguing about this? He wouldn't sign the papers. I said, why you arguing about this little bit of money? I gave her the money, filed the divorce because I believe.
I gave her the money because I believe. I gave her the money for the divorce so she could leave him for another man. That was your homeboy. Y'all used to lift weights together. But all that GNC and all that whatever, them tadpoles ain't swimming like they used to. And she wanted a family. She wanted kids. Shannon, like, I had all my kids back when I was broke. Now all that creatine got you hard with blanks. You Billy Blanks over there. Shooting them Billy Blanks. She had to get over there and get with somebody who still has something in the system. So he picked up your pieces. He picked up your pieces, buddy. You Tariq, he came. You left Shorty in pieces and got her all knocked up. Now they got a baby, but don't worry. They said you could be the godfather. And guess what he did? Shannon Sharpe coming over there with gifts for the baby with a little bitty bag. They still got you spending money. Oh my God. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. He's still paying money for the band. They said, we gonna make you the godfather. He ain't even mad at his homie for being with her. He's like, well, she always wanted a family. You gave it to her. I couldn't give it to her. So, they were like, Shannon, you're going to always be the uncle to the baby. Oh, okay. Well, here come a gift. I'm like, that Steve Harvey book put it down. Steve Harvey that messed your mind up. Listening to another simp. I'm telling you, baby, you simp bailers. Skip bailers and simp bailers. Skip like, never in my lifetime would I be this stupid. Skip like, he ain't giving nobody my money. You need to be hanging out with Skip. Skip would have got you right. For her divorce. Shannon, if you gonna do that, you might as well marry her yourself. Why would you pay for a divorce and not get married to the woman? Listen.
No, I was dating this chick, right, Skip, and she was married, but she was getting a divorce. I knew I wanted her. I said, you know what? I'll pay for the divorce because I believe she was the one. I was once dating this chick, right, Skip, and she was married, but she was getting a divorce. I knew I wanted her. I said, you know what? I'll pay for the divorce because I believe she was the one. That's what I did. I said, why you arguing about this? He wouldn't sign the papers. I said, why you arguing about this little bit of money? I gave her the money, filed the divorce because I believe.
You believe so much, Shannon. You believe so much that you did not even pay. You see that, y'all? He believed so much. He wouldn't even marry her after he paid for the damn divorce. Normally, people who pay for a divorce do so. Yeah, they do so because they want to marry that person. You paid for the divorce and didn't marry her. So what was the point of paying for the divorce? You could have been still nailing her while she was still married to dude. It's like, hey, what? It don't hurt you. She don't want married. They separated. Dude don't want to sign the paperwork. That's on her. You paid the money for her to get out of that relationship to be with you, only so she could leave you and go somewhere else. He said, I think they got Shannon Sharpe in check. They probably have all his zesty secrets ready to go if he get out of line. That's what happened when you worship money. Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing, is that people already know. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got people in that world in Hollywood. These people already know. They just don't care. Nobody cares. It's nothing new. So it's like if Shannon was doing something that was like, somebody on the world had never seen before, somebody would make a really bigger deal about it. Nobody cares. You see, that's the thing. Nobody really cares, but they know, like, we didn't know. Like, the people here didn't know. Like, I knew about it. This was all brought to me. This was brought to me a long time ago. So I chose not to go down that route when talking about him. I kept it about the issue at hand. Right. I kept it all about the issues. I said, I'm not gonna make it about something that it isn't. I'm gonna focus exclusively on the issue. Every Laker game, that man is there. That man is flown out with you everywhere. You don't do that unless that person means something to you. Why do I care? I don't care. I'm just bringing it to the light. I'm bringing all this information to the light. The stuff that's been happening right in front of everybody because Fox wanted to play with me. So, okay, Fox, y'all want to play with me for no reason. Let's bring it all to the light. So now that the people can see it, and then they can make their own assessments on what it is. That's what I did. So now everybody can make their own assessments, believe me. People already knew. It was people in the chat that was already telling you because they already knew. This is not, this dude, dog, it's not something that was like in a vault or something that nobody saw before. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real talk. People knew. Look, everywhere he go, he got his personal stylist, who only got one client, and that's Shannon Sharpe. So that's the title you gave him to have the excuse to be with him everywhere. We've seen this before. Those seats ain't cheap, and ain't nobody gave them to him for free. You think Bron gave him that? Hell no, you had to pay yourself. Lakers ain't give him those tickets. That's your +1 sitting courtside. I can't make this up. Who the hell is this by my house? Hold on. 1 second. Oh, it's the damn Ukrainians. They talking in Ukrainian and wearing America shirts. It's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But as long as they keep that over there, I don't need none of that activity. Yeah. Look, bosom buddies. They standing by Shannon's car, leaning on the car. Him and the stylist. How cute. Yep, when he attacked Memphis Grizzlies star John Morant, who with him? Same stylist. Look. And people already knew, baby. They already knew. Why is the stylist here at the Lee Portier Cognac convention? You see the stylist right here. There's the stylist. Hey, I'm glad he found someone. He found some after two something. Right, it's date night after that. Somebody said, man, they said Tasha K broke that story. She broke that story. Like I said, it's not a secret. I've known for months. People wanted to hate on Shannon Sharpe because I was up there talking about Uncle Shannon and this and that. They sent me all this information early on. So it's not a big deal for me. Oh, what is that? Kerry Rhodes and Russell Simmons vibe. He was dating Kerry Rhodes. This is why he's so angry. Of course, he was dating Kerry Rhodes, the stylist. Remember, he came out then in the video. He just told you, I'm dating another football player. He just told you he's dating another football player. What other football player you see him around? Nobody else but his number one and only client. Since Kerry Rhodes, it's been him. Now, I told you, boy, he done stepped in that black hole. Oh no, that's Club Shay. Club Shay do something before 2 something. Club Gay is do something after 2 something. That's when it switch up. After 2 something, it go to Club Gay after that. You don't want to be there after 2 something. You better get out of that club quick. Dog, y'all think this is like I'm just making up stuff and like this is a joke? Look, this is the stylist page, the Hollywood Muggler. Personal stylist for Shannon Sharpe.
Club Shay, world traveler, blessed, thankful, grateful. Shannon Sharpe. That is it. This is only client. Look, don't worry, man. Look, they know about their family members. Kwame already over here, Eve. They was like, go get Kwame. Eve like, go get Kwame. Somebody get Kwame Brown. They was like, somebody grab him right now. What is going on here today? Oh my goodness. So let's look at his page, right? This is his page. All he got is people who are something else. There's Corey, right? Kanye West came out and told you about Corey, didn't he? He says Corey is not really a straight man. He's a plant that was sent there by the Kardashians. He's there as the bodyguard or the protector, but he's not really that guy. He's, And who else did he post? Jimmy Iovine, who, if you don't know about Jimmy, I'll tell you about Jimmy. And he's sitting next to Diddy. So let that sit in. What do those two have in common? Whoa, a lot. A lot of things to do with those parties. And the next photo is him and his boo thing. His only client. Man, he's taking pictures of the Kardashians. Back to them. All the celebrity hopping. Then he posted this. These are pinned up here. Him and Shannon by the car. And the sad thing is, Shannon paying this guy all this money so that this guy right here, Shannon paying him tons of money so that this guy can have him looking hip, looking like the time. He looked like an old guy trying to be 30. He a 60-year-old trying to look 30. This stylist got you dressed. Nobody I know is looking and dressing like Shannon Sharpe. There's anywhere that's in all the young dudes that's wearing clothes and all that, they looking at Shannon. Shannon looked like the old man trying to kick it. Like, I don't know where they would kick it at with what he's wearing. And I wouldn't want to be there. Like, what is this? This dude got like a leather on the arm or whatever. Like, what the hell is that? Where'd you find that suit jacket with that silk shirt on, them super tight pants, and then your stylist look even worse? The stylist look like he dressed to go to bed and go outside. He looked like he got on pajamas with a blue jean jacket and he ready to go outside. So I guess he just all purpose. If he pass out somewhere, he could just lay there. I'm telling you, man, this is bad. This is bad. Then that's him, pictures with Shannon.
Him out there. But look, this guy's living his truth. Then he grabbed a suit for Shannon Sharpe. He got that Louis Vuitton suit for Shannon. And he's opening it up. Carrying Shannon's clothes. There goes Shannon up there, old broke leg Shannon. I got the clothes, babe. Don't worry about it. And then he got them all dressed up. He brushing them. Give him his little bag, telling him what to do. And then he sit him down there for his session. Then it's all about him and Shannon. How he got Shannon looking like he ready for Easter Sunday. He just another Bentley Farnsworth. Look, got him in that Easter pink peach. His only client. Look at him. Look like he ready for the Kentucky Derby. All right, hit the like button, good people. We got to get them likes up. Get them likes up. Yep, if y'all just got here, subscribe to the page, man. I hate we had to do this to Shannon, but we had to go and get it out the way. We had to go and get it out of the way. So this man been styling him, telling him what to wear. A grown man can't dress his damn self. And he got one client, and this man said, I'm dating a football player. And I've been in a relationship, and I've been dating another football player. Who? Who's that football player? Because the only football player you've been around has been Shannon Sharpe. And hey, you ain't got to tell the world. We see it. What'd he say? You talk about LeBron. He said, Kwame, talk about LeBron because he want to go viral. LeBron score a basket. You over here talking because you want to go viral. You got your stylist recording you and recording LeBron. And look at him. Your stylist is looking at his butt. Your stylist is looking at LeBron James' butt. Is that what you brought him to the game for? That's just plain ridiculous. Look, so he can get you doing all this, right? So you can go viral. Look at it. Yeah. So I can go viral. But Kwame Brown is the one doing stuff to go viral. But you brought your stylist in there to record you so you can go viral and do all this fake stuff for the camera. You've been hanging around this simp too long. Both of these dudes are simps. This dude, he's another con artist, Steve Harvey. This idiot telling women, think like a man, act like a woman. No, she needs to think like a woman and act like a woman. That's the problem. We don't need women thinking like men. What is your problem? What, men supposed to think like women? See, that's the problem right now. You got idiots like this that is dumb as hell. What do you need a woman to think like a man for? No, she could think like a woman. That's the problem. You got idiots like this walking around just trying to make some money so they can go give it to another woman to take it from them. This idiot gonna give relationship advice and all he did was get simped his whole life. This man walked out on his wife
who slept in a car with him when he didn't have a dime. She was married to him and slept in the car with this dummy. Steve Harvey, don't talk to me about this loser. Had a wife, she had all those kids with him, and he out on the road trying to be a star and ain't made no money yet, and she's sleeping in the car with him out in the cold. And then they can't use up all the gas because they driving from city to city, so he could just get $40, $50 or maybe $100 to do a show, trying to live out his dreams, and you walked away from that woman. Once you had got your break and you blew up, you left that woman for your personal assistant. And she still knew you was cheating and tried to stake it with you because of the kids. Then you got to the point where you had the woman calling the house, talking to your wife. And she said, oh no, she can't call my house. That's it. I knew you were sleeping with her and all that, and I was letting that go, but she can't call my house. That's it. That's the last straw. She can't call my house. And started talking to her disrespectfully, and you was letting that go. And then you married that one, Steve. So your side piece, you got caught with your side piece by your first wife, who was with you when you had nothing. I could never leave a woman like that. If a woman could stand up with me like that when I ain't got nothing and we both in the car together, we gonna make it together. Me and you, yeah, I know you riding with me then. Because she could have easily got out that car, probably got her somebody else. Then you leave her for the mistress. Then what did you do? You cheated on the second wife with the mistress you with now. But except for you met somebody who finessed you. She saw you as a mark. So the woman who thought you was the come up and was talking to the other wife, you did the same thing and ran into this one. This fool sat at the concert saying, I don't know who that woman is right there, but she gonna be my wife. He on stage, married, pointing at another woman, talking about she finna be my wife. She's like, oh yeah, I got this sucker. Me? Yeah, you don't know it yet, but you gonna be my wife. That is, if that's not the biggest simp talk I've ever heard in my damn life. You just done told a woman you finna give her all your goddamn money. And not only did you give her your money, you fool, you done sat there and took her daughter, she made you adopt her kids. Lori Harvey, she ain't your kid. Lori Harvey getting famous off your name. And she got all your money. You ain't gonna be able to divorce Marjorie. Marjorie gonna have all your money. She got you working 68 jobs. You over there having heart attacks and strokes, putting you on all these exercise diets. You over there trying to go to sleep in the back room and passing out in the bathroom, trying to take a dump. You think I don't know about that, Steve Harvey? Now you judge Steve Harvey. She got you out here working like a Hebrew slave. And you talking about you got some nerve to open your mouth and try to act like you know what's right for everybody. I'm gonna tell you how you gotta listen to Steve. Man, anybody gotta listen to your simp ass? You don't know what the hell you talking about. Right, her husband he told her he just got out of jail. He's a hustler. That's Lori Harvey, daddy. He just got out of jail. He just told y'all to drop. Like, look, she don't even like dudes like Steve Harvey. It's like, look, I know her. Dog, she dealt with hustlers. She dealt with drug dealers and hustlers. That's what she done came up with her whole life. But see, this is what you get when you kiss up to Massa the whole time. When Monique came on his show, he trying to stick up for man. Monique, you gotta know, you can't do that. You can't do that. You gotta listen to these people. These people got all that money and they paying you all this money. You gotta listen, Monique. You can't be saying that. And she said, man, now look, they done took your show away from you. Just like that, they took Steve's show away from him. Why? Because he don't own nothing. He was always the worker. For no reason, they took it and gave it to the white girl, Kelly Clarkson. Now the Kelly Clarkson show come on, where Steve Harvey show used to come on. It wasn't that Steve numbers was bad. People was watching Steve Harvey show. But that showed you the power they got. They own it. They can come take it from you at any time. Anytime they come take it from you. You see, she was trying to get you to see the bigger picture, Steve, but you only see the bag. You see, when you work for money, that's all you gonna get. So you're gonna have to always work for money instead of doing it and getting it like they getting it. They don't want you to get it like them. How they able to pay you? You ever think about that? How they able to pay you, Steve? If somebody paying you millions of dollars to play basketball, you must generate more than what the hell they paying you, don't you? You ever thought about that? If LeBron James is getting $46 million for the Lakers, he must generate more than $46 million in order for them to pay him that kind of money. Yep, this person said I'm sounding stupid most of the time. I know. It would never, the ignorant will never know. But everybody else is on board. They understand what I'm saying. No, they gatekeepers. That's what they call them, the gatekeepers. Right. You see, the person, like Shaq is rich. The person that writes Shaq's check is wealthy. That's the difference. When you're wealthy, you don't have to do nothing. You getting paid. Money is coming in residually. You ain't got to move. That's when you're wealthy. See, we don't think about getting wealthy. Everybody who touched wealth and got to wealth, they took them out. Michael Jackson, Prince, Bill Cosby, you see what they done did to him? Took his son, took everything. No, YouTube isn't wealthy. Google is wealthy. My check don't ever say nothing with YouTube on it. Understand that. If you get paid from YouTube, you ain't never gonna see YouTube on it at all. You see the company that owns it. You'll see Google. Yeah, now y'all starting to get the picture. No, it's because they did something, Mr. Jones. If they didn't do what they did, I wouldn't have been doing this right now. Google bought YouTube back in like 2006, 2007, around that time. It was like 2006, 7, or 8, around that time. And I was already a member. I was one of the first people to sign up to YouTube. That account is gone though. But yeah, I was one of the first people to sign up to YouTube. It was you could only make 5-minute videos. That was it. You couldn't make no video longer than 5 minutes. But it was great. You know, it wasn't nothing like today. You can make a title, And that was pretty much it. There was no hashtags. Twitter didn't exist yet. Like it was like strange. Everybody was on MySpace. It was a whole different world. He said, so that's who bought him that northern quilted sweater. Yep, that's the one that told him this is what you need. This is a good idea. And he wore it too, and wore that big old sweater up there walking around with that knitting sweater he got on. Am I blocked or something? Why would you be blocked? Nobody blocked you. It was Zeno and Soldier Boy in the beginning. That's right. Shouts out to Big Soldier. Soldier Boy is an innovator. He's really somebody who tried to go out and do and acquire wealth. He's like, I'm gonna build my own platform. We can make our own like YouTube, our own Facebook, and do our own thing. He's the only one to really go out there and attempt to do these things. So I'm telling you right now, he's the one that's pushes entrepreneurship. He's saying, forget getting a deal with Nike. I'm gonna push my own shoes out. My Soldier Boy shoe line. He's an entrepreneur, to be honest. That's somebody who thinks wealth. That's somebody who launched the whole. None of you people would ever be making any money on the internet. He was the first one making money on like ringtones and off Crank That. He maximized Crank That and got everything out of it through making money on the internet when nobody knew how to do it. That's why on the Patreon, I'm going to show you how all this really broke down. So if you watching this on the Casino for Life Patreon today, we're going to get to the breakdown on how the money started to come to the internet. Who's buying Soldier Boy shoes? Me. I'll buy a pair of Soldier Boy shoes in a heartbeat. See, somebody said, what did Shannon Sharpe do to you? Zeno? I'm going to show them what they did. I told them who to go to. Go to Fox Interactive Media and say, why did y'all come after Zeno for just talking about Shannon Sharpe and what happened with him and Kwame Brown? I kept it respectful. We never went down this road. Y'all saw the videos I did. We kept it about the subject, about his love affair for LeBron and all that. We never went down here, did we? But then they tried to come in and claim my video. I said, what? Then they tried to do that with Kwame. And then they playing games now. Like they don't want to release it. They want to hold on to it so the money is in escrow. I said, oh, y'all want to play like that? And I already know what it's about. It's about Shannon Sharpe and Fox, and they told them what to do. So I said, okay, we know how this game works. Okay. Now I got to cut you. Now I got to cut you. And here we are. Here we are. And boy, did he get cut today. Because now the whole world knows. Oh yeah, KB finna go live in a minute, so I think did he go live already? I think he's getting ready to go live in a minute. But this is enough. We done went through this whole situation. We didn't even got on Steve Harvey, fake self. We done went with his boot thing, Shannon Sharpe's boot thing, his stylist. I'm just saying, I can't do that. I ain't gonna be sitting courtside. No, not like that. Not courtside. Them seats are too expensive, Shannon Sharpe. Those seats are way too expensive. You should, you do not take your stylist to sit courtside. It don't make any sense. None whatsoever. That's my whole thing. My whole take is, if it don't make sense, why are we doing it? We keep bumping our heads doing the same dumb thing, expecting different results. Don't talk if you don't want to engage in conversation. If you don't want any dialogue, then don't mention anybody. You know what you say was going to invoke dialogue. That's why I hate when they do that and act like, man, why did they say something back? You wanted somebody to say something back. You and your little peanut you got over there, y'all can do y'all thing. Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing with me. I'm not going, if I'm sitting at courtside, I'm not going to be sitting courtside with nothing. I'm not going to take my stylist courtside. That don't make no sense. So if you take something courtside, you must gonna be taking something. You finna be taking the Pound Town. You see Sino sitting courtside with the mask on. I'm taking some home that is Instagram IG model certified. Sino is taking some home that's certified. Right, and they got to know something about the Pistons. Because that's all they're going to hear about. Detroit Pistons. Bad boys. So you got to take these things to Pound Town. Now, you don't see me sitting right there with no damn stylist that's looking at LeBron James' butt the whole damn game. I'm confused. So having a stylist makes you gay. Having a gay stylist makes you gay. No, it don't. It don't. It don't. Having a stylist don't make you gay, sir. Having a gay stylist don't mean that you're gay. It's that this stylist said they're in a relationship and you're flying this stylist out everywhere you go, staying in a room with the stylist. It's too much. And the stylist already then got out of a relationship with a football player. Says the stylist did the interview saying they only date football players. This is your only client. You know, I'm just saying. If it looked like a duck, if it quacked like a duck, you better duck. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If it looked like a duck, the stylist is a man. Oh, you must have just got here late, RT the brand. RT, you must have got here late. I don't even think we want to bring those photos back up, bro. You gonna have to go all the way back to the beginning. I just checked in. Ooh wee, buddy, you gonna have to go back to the beginning. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, you got to look at what's actually happening. You know, if you look at what's really going on out there, and you start looking at the situations, you could say, hey, you know, hey, it is what it is. You know, most people say that all the time, be like, hey man, it just is what it is. It's his preference. If he want to do it, that's fine. I'm just letting y'all know this is what's happening. So anybody can go that route or not go that route.
Yeah. Now, I hope you've enjoyed tonight. Now, get this. To show you how small the world is, now, remember earlier 3 hours ago when we first started this video, and I told y'all, I said, hey, I think I know her. Remember I said that? And when she was from Chicago, and I was like, she's from the Chi. I know her, but she looks familiar. And it didn't take long for the woman that's suing Shannon Sharpe for $20 million named Jamalita Tillman. And I said, that sounds familiar. She looks familiar. And you know why she looks familiar? Because her mama is Dorothy Tillman. She was Chicago City Council leader. She was the alderman of the 3rd Ward. That's her daughter. She got another daughter named after her that's 17. I think she just turned 18 years old. And she just got her doctorate last year. Now, Big Sis, this woman here, who was at this concert, at this Usher concert, suing Shannon Sharpe, Shannon gonna have to settle that. He gonna have to settle that one. He was supposed to come here. He was supposed to come here to Chicago with the club, with the nightcap. They was doing the tour. Oh, believe me, Shannon was gonna have to settle that. Oh, they gonna be in contact. Dorothy Tillman is her mother. Do you know who Dorothy Tillman is, right? Oh, let me inform you. None of these people are gonna have this information for you. So thank God you guys were here. Dorothy Tillman was elected by the gangster disciples. The GDs, 47th Street assembled. They came out and voted. They all got registered and voted. They pushed the button. This is why they was mad at Larry Hoover. And Dorothy Tillman would win the 3rd Ward every year. And she would help out the GDs in their situations. And they came after Dorothy Tillman because they funded her whole campaign. And they kept pushing Dorothy. Now, yes, the federal government was mad at Dorothy Tillman and was trying to sever this tie. Working with the gang. Now, Oh yeah. This goes all the way back to the 90s. It's like 95. Yeah. Oh yeah, political muscle. That's one thing they didn't want to bring into succession. They didn't want to bring that to the forefront. They didn't want to bring that to the forefront. So when they wanted to show political muscle, they wanted to come try to shut that down. They called it gangs and politics. That's right. Dorothy Tillman, who rose to fame, she was like, I'm denouncing strong arm tactics of the old Democratic machine. And now the Democrats went after her. The largest, called Chicago's largest gang, the Black Gangster Disciples. And they was trying to oust Tillman, who represented the South Side neighborhoods of the 3rd Ward. And they wanted to elect their own, Gator Brad, who was once one of them. They wanted to unseat Dorothy Tillman, who they supported, and basically got her elected once she was forced not to be able to help them anymore. And this is the who they chose. This is who they elected. Now, nobody wanted Gator to be there. The rest of the Chicagoans, they said he served prison time for armed robbery, which he did. And they said Tillman sold out to Richard Daley, and is not only former alderman who went to prison for taking bribes, is also on the ballot, and all 5 former convicted felons are running for the same post. Now, Dorothy Tillman was famous for her hats and her shaking the rafters and all that, and she was the favorite to win and all this stuff, but it is what it is. They said they set her up to take bribes when all of them were taking bribes. So her daughter is the one that's suing Shannon Sharpe. Jamalita Tillman is the daughter. So 47th Street will be very active, to say the least. I'm gonna tell you this: she gonna settle. He gonna settle. He paying something, because believe me, when he try to resume that nightcap and come to Chicago, it's gonna be way different than any other show he ever attended if he don't take care of this situation. I'm just saying, that's the way I see it go. So on that note, we out. Oh yeah, and F the Knicks.